Hey, so this is the vBoxStudio, okay? The products, this is quickly what we have in the switcher, okay? This switcher, we have a stand that comes with that to help, okay? And eventually the power cable, okay? And one piece of HDMI cable, and eventually the charger right here. So this is the vBoxStudio looks like. Let me get you a closer look. Okay, so we're gonna make a test of all these with the cameras, and we're gonna see how it works. Okay, so the way you do this one is very simple. Okay, you put it this way, you open it, okay, this way, you bring this up, and on the back, you have those little hook to bring them up, and you want to put where you want it to sit. And that's pretty much all. And you have it this way. Okay, and now you can put your VBox switcher right on it, and that's how it looks. So we're gonna make some few tests and plug everything, and we'll be right back. Okay, so let's go back and do our setup. Okay, so as far as it goes with the parts in the back, we do have here a power button, okay, right here. And you do have here, which is for the DC supply, a 12 volt. And you have here, let me remove this one. Okay, so you have the line, the port lane, and you have two USB 2.0 right here. Okay, pretty much for your, let's say, your keyboard or stuff like that. And here you have two USB 3.0, and this two, you can use it specifically for recording on your drive, external drive. You have here a HDMI port in. If you want to feed anything from your computer, whether from DaVinci or anything else that you want to feed directly from your computer, you can use this port right here. And you have here the HDMI out, okay, right here. And you have here some RCA ports for audio out, audio in, and here you have two jacks for microphone in, and eventually you have the tally over here. Okay, so that's as far it goes for the ports on the back. Okay, great. So we're gonna turn it on. We power on with the switch on the back. It loads in, and I'm gonna present as everything. Now, what we done here is that we have three PTZ camera. This can handle up to 8 different PTZ camera in the network. Okay, so is NDI. The refreshing rate is really great and very good, well built. The feel is really great, and you have here, as you can see, the different options to control right there your microphones, 1, 2, your aux input, and your overall volume. So we're gonna feed all the different cameras over here. Okay, as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different source where you can feed up to 8 camera, as I say, in the network. Eventually you can feed also a computer or whatever in the HDMI in. So we're gonna make a setup, and we'll be again right back. By the way, for the demonstration, I'm using a very simple battery pack. Right here is one of our product. So you can see it's not that big, just about the size of my hands. Actually, my hands is bigger than that. So with this one, I plug in an extension, and I have this one, which is a Netgear, which is a PoE, power over Ethernet. Okay, a PoE switcher that directly powers with all the cable I have here, powers directly and feed everything. So for this one is powered by this. This one is powered by this, and all the three cameras we have, all of them, okay, are powered by the PoA because they're all PoE capable. So again, PoE is power over Ethernet. So all of them, I do not need to have a cable in the back. I just plug in, I mean the power cable adapter. I just plug in the RJ45 network cable and I'm good directly. So I just wanted to point that out. Now for the demonstration, I'm gonna plug in my storage unit. Okay, I'm gonna plug that in and put it right here on the blue, okay, on the USB 3.0. So I have it on the USB 3.0, okay? Now, I'm gonna set up everything and we're gonna run to make the test. Okay, so if here's the source, how you go, okay? Let's say we want to put the camera on the source one. So we hit on plus. We normally see local interface that will be only for the HDMI. There's only one HDMI in, IP video, NDI source, and media. So we're gonna go to NDI source. All of our camera are NDI capable. So you will hit on search. Okay, you're gonna search for the cameras and you hit confirm. Now, here's the thing. All of the camera comes with a default address, which is 192.168.118. So in this case, if you're having issue getting all your cameras connected, you want to change the IP address of each camera. So we have here a very simple Ethernet adapter, okay, that is a USB powered. So in case you using a USB-C, you only need another adapter and you should be good. Okay, and then over here you will connect directly so let me show you. So you will connect your normal cable, the Ethernet cable will be connected directly to the device. You power on your device with the power cable, and the other end will be connected here. Okay, and once you do so, all you have to do is connect it to your computer. Okay, so a straight cable from here to here or to your computer. If you have a Ethernet port to your computer or to your iMac or to your whatever the computer is, the interface is, that's what you do. Other than that, you use an adapter, a straight cable, you plug it in your computer. At that point, you want to go inside the network settings of your computer. Okay, as you can see, I have right here, okay, this is my network on my computer. As I said, you want to go on your own network settings. So once we get in, let me zoom a little bit. Okay, in my case here, I'm using this adapter, okay? So I will go here, I will go on the details, okay, and I will go on the TCP IP. Let me bring that over here a little bit. Okay, so once I go on the TCP IP, I have here, I will normally have here something that says using this DHCP. Instead of that, I will say manually, okay? And I will want to add here the address, typing 192.168, I mean 192.168.118. 1.2 for my computer. And I will go in the browser. Okay, and I will go in the browser, search for that specific address. 192. So that will be the address for your default PTZ. So 192.168.1.118. At that point, I will be able to enter the system. I already changed it, but that will be enough for you to enter the system. Once you enter the system, you will be having something like similar to this one. So let me disable my Wi-Fi first, because I have a show network connected now. So I'm disabling my Wi-Fi. I go back here, make sure that I'm in. I say okay. So this is my USB interface, and I come back and I hit on this one, and now we have the interface. So let me back up a little bit. So once I am in the interface, the username is admin, the password is admin, and I can get in this one, as you can see over here. So I will go on the settings, on the network, and I will select off on DHCP. Okay, usually on, but I will select off, and I will type manually my new address here. I will do the same thing for all the camera, all the PTZ that I have in the network. I attribute to them, each one of them, a different IP address. And when I'm done, I say save, and then I'm good. At that point, when I come here and I say search, I will be able to find it. So at that point, when I come and I say search, on search NDI source, I will be able to find all the camera that I have connected. So remember, I'm using a, let me pull up here. I'm using this device, okay, which is a switcher, okay, Ethernet switcher from Netgear. This one is PoE powered, meaning it has the ability to transfer both data and power, so that I have only the need of using, hold on a second, I have the need of using only the Ethernet cable. So I don't need, once I have a powered switcher, I do not need to have an additional power cable over here. So the only thing I will have is this cable, and I'm done to control with this board. Okay, so we're back here. So we're gonna now set all of our inputs. So I hit on the first one, and I go on the search. Hold on a second. And once I hit on search and it's completed, I just say confirm. I will select the first one for the first here. I will say confirm, and I have the signal right here, as you can see. So I'm gonna go on the second one, and I will select the second one here, and I will say confirm. Now over here, you can see there is already a no signal. So what I want to do, I want to close it first. Let's say, for instance, I was here, so I'm gonna close this one. Okay, delete first, then go back, select the third one, and hit confirm. And now we have my third source. And here I have the computer that is connected. So I want to remove the computer. So I'm just gonna do this, remove the computer. Now you see, once I try, you see the source is currently on air and can be removed. Well, that's good. So what you want to do is that you want to select another source, okay, and then send it on air, and now remove this one. Okay, now at that point you can add your fourth camera, your fourth PTZ. Okay, And now in this, you have now all your 4 camera connected in, and we're gonna go to the next, and we want to add the HDMI from the computer. So we're gonna go here, local interface, HDMI, confirm, and now we have all of our source inside. If I want to add another camera, it will be the same thing. I will come here, search for the camera. Once I hit search, I will add whatever I find. Since all those already occupied, I can add it. If I try, this is what's gonna say. This NDI source is already connected, so I will have to have a different source. Okay, so this is the setup. Just to double check that you get what I was doing, is that on all the screen that you have, is that you still have the possibility of choosing which one you want to send in. Let's say, for instance, you want to send this screen, for instance. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. Let's say you want to send out this one, okay, on the program. So you just select this. Okay, you can either hit on cut. Okay, you can hit right here on cut, and it sends on the program. What also you can do is you can directly go, if you know the number of the camera that you're using, you can directly go and hit, let me zoom out. Okay, so there you go. So you can directly go and hit the corresponding camera that you need. Okay, and you will have it directly right here in the program. So if you want to do picture in picture, you have right here, let me zoom right here, picture in picture layout. You're gonna click on this one, and you're gonna select how you want the picture in picture layout, either this way or this way for camera all in. And you want to, you can do that and send that on your program. So that's pretty much what that is. If you want it to get back to it, you just hit on picture in picture layout, you select the default, you shoot that in, and that's pretty much it. So over here, let's now go to the menu. On the menu, what you have is that on the menu, so the menu is right here, okay, this button right here. So when you hit on the menu, you have the configuration. So usually the camera comes with a default IP address. So you want to uncheck the DHCP, uncheck it, and type in your corresponding IP address. So what you want to do is that you want to understand a little bit your router, okay, in your network. If you're using just a local network, well, all you got to do is simply to identify what's the IP address of your local network, whatever that is. Sometimes it's 10, it starts with 10, and sometimes it starts with 192. So you have to make sure what that is. Once you have done so, you hit your IP address for this switcher. Your subnet mask is always 255.255.255.0, the default gateway, which is the router or the switcher, okay, that you will be connected to. And that's pretty much it. The DNS server, you can just leave it the default like this, or hit on 1111, or if you have a private, let's say open DNS, you put that over here, and that's pretty much it. But usually people just leave it this way. So the next thing is right here on the settings, the streaming URL. That's where you hit, and then you enter your streaming URL right here. So you enter whichever RTMP address that you have. You will find it in the streaming software or the streaming server, whether it's Facebook, whether it's whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube. You find it, you can select what you want and say save. Eventually here we have to make sure that we have all the actual hold on a second, here I made a mistake, so let it Okay, let's do this. Just make a sample RTMP. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, and it's a save. So you always start with RTMP. So whatever your address is for the streaming URL, that's where you put it, and you will be good to stream. Once you're ready to stream, you're gonna hit on the streaming button over here that you have on the top right here. Let me zoom that in. So you can see right here it says stream, and record, that will be to record on your USB drive, and play, that will be to play by something. Okay, so the audio settings, you can set up the audio in a way that it follows the actual camera. If you see that there is a delay between the camera and the video and the audio, you can set up here your delay. Okay, the sampling rate you have from 8 kilobits up to 128 kilobits, and that's the audio setting 2. Audio setting 1, here what it means is that once you are on input 1, if you have it off, what it means that it will be the default audio, whatever the source of the audio is, that will be used for. But if you say AFV, what it means is like automatically follow video. So whatever, if next to the video or inside the video, the camera, you have the audio inside, once you hit this one, the audio, okay, microphone that is inside the camera or next to the camera will be the one that will be picked up. So that's pretty much all. On means that there will be only this one that will be on the whole time for the entire system. So that's pretty much all video settings. You have the ability to put in the fragmentation size when you're recording. And here the parameter, the bit rate is how fast you want it to go. Okay, so if you have a good internet, you can even go up to 8 megabits, or let's say 5 megabits. That would be enough to do a 4K. No, not a 4K, but a full HD. Sorry, a full HD. And the frame rate, usually we always recommend 60 frame per second, which is a FPS. And the resolution is always the highest. The highest one here that is capable of handling is a full HD. So it doesn't handle the 4K, but he can handle the full HD, which is actually great for most applications nowadays. Okay, so you have it all set up in here. The next will be your picture. So let's say you want to put a subtitle. So there is already a subtitle pre-set inside. Okay, you can create some of them, but they are already preset subtitle. So you click on subtitle, you select the one that you want, and then you type in your message. Okay, we would say here vBox. Okay, vBox. So vBoxStudio, and once you're good, you say enter. Okay, so, and then you select which subtitle you want to use, and then you say confirm, and you select it. Okay, and now what you do is that you drag it where you want it to be. If you want to be on the top here, or on the bottom here, or the corner here, you drag it whatever you want it to be. And once you're done, that's all. Let's say you want it to have a rolling on the bottom. What you do is after you put your your text, you click on here, rolling, and confirm, and what you gonna select, and you will see the rolling on the bottom. Okay, so let's bring it back, take out the rolling, select this one, say confirm, select this one, bring it down over here, and we're good. And logo, when you have a logo that is a preset inside, you will put in your USB. Okay, so it has to be within those parameters, which is a 48 by 48 and max of 400 by 400. So meaning that either the length, the width of the logo, or the height of the logo has to be a maximum of 400, and then the length maximum of 400. So you can do 200 by 400, whatever your logo is, but you have to be within those parameters. And once you're done, once you hit here, you will select the logo that you have from your actual, right here on the back here, you can see I have a USB plugged in where I have the logo in, and I want to load the logo from here. Once that is done, you're gonna hit now. For demonstration, I did this logo that is way bigger than the recommended size or the supported size. When I hit confirm and I do confirm again, it tells me this, I did confirm, nothing happens. Why? Because it's more than what is recommended. But when it's a proper size, this is what happened. So you're gonna do again, add logo. So the purpose is that this section for the logo, okay, is set to be a square. But within that square, you have your logo in, okay? So you want to have a square of 400 by 400, okay, pixels. And here, for instance, what I did is that if you put your logo right in the middle of the square, you will have it somewhere here. If you drag it, you won't be able to go any further. So what you do is that you can put your logo on the top of the square, like a upper top. So by doing so, you can see that your logo can go a little further up, okay? So if you do it right in the middle of the square, you won't have enough to slide in, just the way the system is, in order to, handle it. Okay, so you have it back. This is what your logo looks like on the program, okay? And now to control the PTZ camera, okay, for this stance here, to control the PTZ camera, the joystick, let me bring it back. So the joystick to control the camera, it has to be on the preview, okay? So let's say I bring the preview to, then I will be able to control the camera. As you can see here, I can control it. Now, if I want to control that preview to being the program, I only hit the program. So this way I can control both of them. But the preview has to be the one that is being controlled, okay? Let's say if you have it on 4 and then you're trying to control camera 4, it won't work because the preview is the one being selected. So in this case, you will have to hit on 4. So this way you can control both of them, okay? So that's pretty much how you use this thing. So for the storage here, let's say you want to store in your set. So let's say we go on the zoom here, okay? We do this zoom and we want this to be as a preset. So what we do, we hit store and 4, for instance. So we say we have this on 4. So if I call on 1, if there is anything inside, I need to remove the store so that I can now call the preset. So if I call on 1, if there is anything already set for that camera, it will come on. But there is nothing, so nothing will happen. On 4, eventually we're already there, so nothing will happen because we're already on the 4. Now let's say we go back this way, and then we hit 4, okay? So you have your preset that brings back whatever you have set it prior. Now this button on the top here that you see, once you hit that button, it just reset to the default. That's pretty much what it does. So what else? This is the input. So once you type once, twice, it shoots on the program. You bring this one here, you say once, twice, it shoots on the program. You bring this one here, you say once, twice, it shoots on the program. Or you can use simply your cut button and auto. Now on the here you have the camera speed, the way he rotates. Okay, so if you reduce the speed, okay, the camera will rotate, but at the lower. Let's bring this one. There you go. There you go. Oh, sorry, I completely removed the speed. So let's put it here. It will rotate at a lower speed, lower rate. Okay. If you bring this one all the way high, it will rotate quicker and faster. That's pretty much what it does. So let's bring the other one. Now here we have our backyard. You can see when I bring it all the zoom out, it's really far. Okay, so let's bring that here. This is what it does. Remember, I'm trying to control this camera. So I need to have this camera, which is camera 3. I need to have it on 3. So this way I can control it on the live, on the program. Okay. And that's pretty much what that is on this side here. Now we're gonna try something else, which is the focus and the speed, same thing. The zoom here, you have a zoom up and down. You have the microphone equalizers for the microphones. You have a headphones over here, a jack. That's pretty much it. Here are your different gain, okay, and for the actual camera. So let's say, for instance, if we are on this one and then we bring in this gain, as you can see, it changes simply the gain of the camera for the color. So next thing I want to show you is the lock. Once you hit on lock, whatever that you do, okay, won't work. Okay, it's just on lock position. This is just a useful in case that you want to avoid, to touch something by mistake. When you're ready to go, you just hit back lock, turn it off, and then you're able now to bring on your different lock. I mean, your different button to operate. Okay, so to complete the presentation on the new vBoxStudio, this one is the SP8, okay, the ViZion SP8. We're gonna now see, as I say, how we control. You can see over here that they will just be moving. So if we have this camera, okay, that's the one over here that is moving. Okay, and the control is for this one. If I bring the camera 1, which is this one here, okay, it will also be moving. Okay. If I bring the camera 2, which is this one, okay, it will also be moving. You can see it's moving over here. Okay. If I bring the camera 4, which is this one, oh sorry, 3, which is this one. Okay. So let's bring that over here, right on me. 3, 4, there you go. Okay, it was 4. So the camera 4, that will be this one. Yeah, I know I didn't put them in line. That's because I wanted to put those two together to show you the back of this one. Anyway, so there you go. Okay, and then here is a media that I loaded from the USB. So if I put that media on, you can see it's playing out. That's the volume for the main. You can see over here. This is the activity for the volume. If I turn this one down, we don't have a volume on the program, but we can see here we have an activity. Okay, so that's pretty much what that is. And on the side, bring it up. If I bring that's the computer. Okay, if I bring the computer, so from the computer you can see I have what I use for the computer in order to shoot over here. I use H2R graphic, okay, to shoot the graphics, which is very simple. Okay, I think you can also use this one to make some design if you use a H2R graphic. So we're gonna now try to see the record button. It works. So we're gonna hit on record. Now, currently what I'm using is that I'm using this one. Okay, this drive. So if you have an Apple computer and let's say you have partition your drive, you have one side that is running Windows and one side that is running Mac OS. It won't really work on this one because this one is like a for master book record. It has to be partitioned at the root, okay, for Windows. So what I did, I had taken this drive, I completely formatted the drive altogether, one partition, and what I did is that partition, I just put it as a MS-DOS, and the full 1 TB was able to be seen by the device, and that's how, okay, you are able to do so. So that's pretty much all what that is. So here I come back, I start the record, I go back to play, and this is the last one that we just did, and I double hit, that's the playback, okay? That's the playback. Let's say I want to also come to this one, I double click, and that's the second playback over here. So what I do is like I manually can advance quickly with there you go, you see, or I can come slowly, okay? I can do that with the manual. That's pretty much what I can do, and that's pretty much all. When you're done, you just get out of the playback, you hit back your play, and you're back on the program, and that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, let us know. This is the product vBoxStudio, the cameras, the PTZ vBoxStudios. We also have the different items, you know, that go along with that. We have a few other panels that I'm gonna show you quickly. So here, this is another one of the control board that we're using. This one for a vMix, vMix, that it control vMix and ATEM product, and this one, okay, is a control. Also, that wheel has a small screen, okay, and it controls also up to 7 cameras. So this is pretty much what we have here. I hope that you enjoyed the demonstration. Thank you. Bye bye.